Welcome to SquallCenter with me, Vince, and Dylan.
Alright, get into it, Pat.
So this past week, Dexter Football, unfortunately, lost their playoff game at home. And in the words of Coach Jacobs, the clock operator had a big say in that game. What do you think, Dylan?
Yeah, no, it was a big momentum shifter for sure. Basically a 14-point swing going into half. All the momentum off of Dexter and on to Livonia Churchill.
The boys still had a great season, though, going 8-2, best record in Dexter High School history, hosting their first playoff game. Vince, any takeaways?
I think it was a phenomenal season. I think Dexter has, it's going to be tough for them because they're losing 20-something seniors next year, but I think a lot of those underclassmen will be able to fill the shoes. Mm-hmm. They'll have to work hard.
Yeah, nothing to be ashamed of that season, boys. Good work in the trenches and the O-line, boys.
Yep.
Dexter volleyball is in the district finals tonight, right?
District semifinals.
Semifinals. Everyone better be there. 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
They take on the Hornets.
Yep.
And Dexter women's field hockey won the D1 state finals last weekend. And they had an amazing year, capped off by some really strong players, and hopefully they can do it again next year.
Yeah, they were definitely led by all their D1 athletes,
Yeah.
Pretty crazy to think. Four D1 athletes on the team?
Yeah.
I'm pretty jealous of that, but
Yeah.
we don't need to talk much about field hockey, so let's move on.
And the water polo team is going to the state tournament soon. And if you can support them, that would be nice. Now on to national sports. The Red Wings suck.
Well,
Yeah, they've lost by a combined score of 11-2 in their past two games.
They are ash.
They lost to the Preds 6-1 and to the, who was it last night? The Islanders 5-1.
Yeah, Islanders 5-1. That is just embarrassing.
It really is.
I'm embarrassed to have season tickets. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna go to many games.
Like that is the ass.
And then hopefully Larkin and them can get it turned around. But it looks like we're tanking for the number 1 overall pick again this year.
Stevie Yzerman ain't really doing too great yet.
Well, he said we gotta have patience. That's true. But you gotta trust him a little bit.
Dude,
Stevie
right.
Yzerman.
I do trust him, but at the same time, I'm trying to see some progress here.
That's true.
Maybe, hey, come winter, maybe we'll see some more progress. January.
Maybe they can turn it around, or at least get a few good wins.
Last year, Stanley Cup champion was the worst record in the league at the New Year. So anything can happen in the NHL.
That is true.
Just got to make it to the playoffs, but
Mm-hmm.
the Red Wings keep it up like this. I don't really see that happening, unfortunately. But never say never.
So what do you think about the Pistons?
It's sad to say, but the Pistons are so irrelevant. They're gonna either be 8 or a 9 seed and
They
just
started
get mucked in the first round. And Blake's not even back yet. And
Yeah.
sad to say, Blake's washed.
We need a point guard.
We need a point guard. Derrick Rose is doing great for us, but what's a freaking 30-some-year-old Derrick Rose really gonna do for a team? Get you to an 8 or 9 seed? I don't really care that much about that. But my one big takeaway about the Pistons, they need to trade Andre Drummond for some first-round picks.
I agree.
Andre Drummond is walking at the end of the season 100%, and especially because he's one of the few free agents in this class of 2020. He's gonna get a big payday from somewhere, and he's not choosing Detroit.
And he's very good.
Yeah,
I think you could definitely get some solid picks.
He's averaging 19 rebounds a game right now.
Yeah, that's insane.
We can get multiple first-round picks for him, and if we don't dump Andre at the trade deadline, that is just
embarrassing.
That's embarrassing and on the GM completely.
But our owner doesn't want to do anything. He believes that we're a championship team somehow right now, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
we have a horrible owner.
Yeah, no, the Pistons are on a trajectory of just mediocrity and averageness for so long now that I'm trying to either see them make some additions to the roster and go up, or trade off Andre.
And tank.
Blake's contract's up in a year. I think he can opt out after this year, actually, so maybe Blake opts out, maybe we move him too, and then kind of start over. But our roster is so weird right now. We have a mix of kind of old, washed players like Blake, Derrick Rose.
But then we do have Wood, who is really good. I think he might be the future of the Pistons.
Yeah, we got some promising, Luke Kennard,
Kennard,
he's looking better, but we picked him before Donovan Mitchell. Are you joking me right now?
Yeah, that was just. And the thing is, a lot of people did that, but Detroit was actually interested in him and said they were going to draft him, and then they didn't.
Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, that is just embarrassing.
Yeah.
Because you could say, like, oh, every team should have drafted him. Moving on to the Lions, another team that sucks in Detroit.
Yeah, like all Detroit teams right now, unfortunately.
Lost to the Raiders.
So 3-4-1 on the season, right?
Yeah.
We tied Arizona, which I completely count as a loss. That game was ridiculous. We should have won that. So we should be 4-3 really.
Yeah.
No reason to lose that Oakland game. Oakland is not a playoff team. We muffed our last possession, and we muffed our last defensive possession, letting them score.
Yeah.
So, really, the Lions just can't finish games right now. We could easily be 5-2. Don't even get me started on the Green Bay Monday night game.
Oh my! That is just
6-1.
6-1.
We reasonably
control,
could be 6-1.
Yes,
controlling the NFC North.
Mm-hmm.
And instead we're
and a reasonable
sitting in the
playoff
freaking-
contender
Yeah,
that should be
exactly.
feared to get a home game.
Yeah. Now we're 3-4-1, and I mean, to be honest, the season's kind of over.
Yeah.
Like, we need to win 7 of our next 8 games to get to 10 wins. I don't see the Lions doing that, unfortunately.
So Dylan, can I get a few quick NFL and NBA hot takes? Because we all gave ours last week.
NFL hot take: Lamar Jackson for MVP. If I had to vote right now, I think what Lamar Jackson is doing, leading the Ravens, second-year quarterback. The Ravens defense did not start out good, but the Ravens defense is coming along. Lamar Jackson leading his team in rushing, and he has more total rushing yards than 8 or 9 whole other NFL teams. I think what he's doing is special right now, and that would be my MVP pick for halfway through the season.
Not Russell Wilson.
See, Russell Wilson, if I was trying to go for a not hot take, I would say Russell Wilson. But
Okay.
you said hot take, so I said Lamar.
Okay, now NBA.
NBA hot take is watch out for the Miami Heat. I think they're going to finish either a 2 or 3 seed in the East.
Ooh.
And Jimmy Butler, you get that team to the fourth quarter within, 10 points or whatever. You give the ball to Jimmy Butler in the fourth, and he takes over. And
That's true.
He
does
wins
take
you
over
wins you
games.
some games that you were not winning last year. Because last year the Heat were they just missed the playoffs. Actually, they were 9 seed, and it's because they really couldn't finish games.
Yeah.
But you give the ball to Jimmy Butler, and Tyler Hero and Kendrick Nunn that's the best rookie duo in the NBA right now. I think the Heat are going to shock some people this year, 2 or 3 seed, and watch for them to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, now finally, Vince, our Chicago expert, take us through the Bears.
It's just a shit show. I mean, there's no other word to describe it. There's nothing that can salvage this season. I think it's pretty much over.
So, you think that they got to move on from Mitch or Nagy first?
I personally, I think it's more of a Mitch problem than it's Nagy, because I think
Really?
Nagy's a good coach.
He doesn't trust Mitch at all right now.
He has no confidence in Mitch, and Mitch doesn't even have confidence in himself.
No,
so.
he don't. I saw this one headline. It said, Mitch Trubisky asked to not have the
turn off the
TVs
TV.
on
Yeah,
because he doesn't want the outside noise. I'm like, he has no confidence in himself.
He's
Nagy
done.
doesn't let him throw the ball downfield.
Yeah.
They
have
But
to
yet they run the ball 3 times, but all their pass plays are like 5-yard outs.
no,
And he can't hit that.
dink and dunks, and they're not even working.
I think for the rest of the season, our run game is going to have to just improve.
Mhm.
If we want anything to come out of this season, we're going to have to run the ball. But, I mean, we can't really tank because we don't have a first-round pick because of the Khalil Mack trade.
And
So we won't have
you're in a
the
bad spot.
real unfortunate thing is that great defense just kind of got wasted because when the offense is just so bad, the defense really can't even hold up. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
Maybe
they
you can
usually feed off
hopefully
each
try
other.
and trade up, get like a Joe Burrow or someone coming
that's
out.
what I'm thinking is I saw a headline about Jalen Hurts maybe being a possibility in the draft.
That's
I'm
true.
a big Jalen Hurts fan.
He's according to Pro Football Focus, they do all the ratings. He's the number 1 rated quarterback in college
Really?
by a lot. He's at 94%, which is insane.
I still see
he might be the first overall pick ahead of Tua.
Yeah, no, I still see Tua on the number 1 for the draft boards though, and between Tua, Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow, who am I missing for?
Jalen
Yeah,
Hurts.
Jalen Hurts, right, coming out that's 4 solid quarterbacks.
And is Justin Fields maybe, or could he come out this year?
No, Justin Fields is staying.
He's got one more. Okay.
Yeah,
But that's a stacked
yeah. I mean,
QB
if
class.
I'm the Bears, I'm trying to pick one of them.
We're
up,
going back
but-
2017
If
with
they
this
don't-
draft class, basically.
If they don't draft a quarterback this year, it's going to be very...
Then
next year
you
will
would,
be
You
very,
would think if they don't draft a quarterback this year.
they will try and at least sign someone off the free agency, which honestly...
No, here's what I said they should have done. They should have traded for Cam Newton at the deadline.
I think they should have done that too.
And Cam Newton's out for the rest of the season now, though. But
Or Gardner Minshew. Minshew Mania coming to
Mm.
Chicago, man.
No, the Panthers could.
They could get him though at the end of the season.
I saw something
for cheap
about
too.
Teddy Bridgewater too.
Ooh.
He's gonna be a free agent.
Oh,
And
you
he
need
led
to
this-
sign Teddy.
Yeah, but you would have to pay Teddy like
A lot
of money.
Yeah.
Because he's performed very well. Well, this has been another edition of SquallCenter. Thank you for tuning in. See ya.